Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 232 of On the Backs of Gods. I'm your DM, Jillian, and today we have our players, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. I'll go ahead and do a little recap. And by do a little recap, I mean try to remember what happened last time, as I didn't even think about it a little bit. Uh, I didn't even think about it even a smidge. I believe you guys were still hanging out at Skull City's birthday, having a good time, eating fair food and buying tchotchke and playing games, while Fen was breaking out of a holding cell with Thor and her gang. Um, Disguising themselves as a little bachelorette party to get through the crowd. Uh, all of you eventually meet back up. The ladies inevitably decide they're like, nothing's exactly tying us to Skull City, so we're gonna leave and let this all blow over. Uh, there's no reason for us to stay. So the ladies more than likely have left town at this point. You have no proof, but that's the assumption. Um, you guys set up a little spot to hang out for the night. Russ comes back to hang out. He win bear or something. You can put some random tchotchkes into your bag and say that Russ got them for you. Um, you guys got to see before that, you see Bonwin, who is watching some Jarlsmen remove the gas spore from under the stage in which speeches would have been given, and basically gives you the information that, like, hey, listen, we said someone was going to die on that stage. That may not have been Sindri or one of the pillars. It may have been uh
Waylon.
Waylon. I was just like, my brain goes magnum opus, and I'm like, God damn it. Now I can't think of her every time. Waylon Opus, that she may have gone up to do a speech and then died a martyr because the way that when the gas spore explodes, if it is exposed to fire, the light looks very similar to some of the magics and technology used in Skull City. So it would have looked like a political attack and then would have incited a civil war from her death, stating that she didn't believe in martyrs, but everybody else here did. Uh, so it seems that we got out of the possibility of civil war, at least for now. Uh, you guys get to see the finale, which is a beautiful display of fireworks and some flying contraptions, and just a big, beautiful artistic display in the sky. You all eventually settle in. Nix and Keld were not with the group, but then they went to the group. Why did they go to the group? Why'd you guys go find the group? Why'd you guys come back? What'd you want?
I don't remember leaving.
I think they wanted Russ told Nix that his ideas of how Fen could get out of this, and they
Yeah.
wanted to share.
And so you guys search around in alleyways for an invisible door for a hot minute. Eventually, you're all back together again. Information is shared. Roshan goes to talk to the keeper to get information on the book of Ave's life, I suppose, that they were looking into. And instead of the keeper responding, Odin responds and is basically like, I honestly, even with all the pitfalls and the things against you, I think you did a very good job today. That you accomplished your goals and you have a game plan to fix any of your downfalls. That there were many things standing against you and you still succeeded. Um, and Roshan is looking. It seems that nothing will deter Roshan from this final ritual. At least from what Roshan has stated. Maybe maybe he's not being creative enough. Uh, he's like, nah, maybe that. uh, but Odin basically believes that the ritual in itself, the ending of it, is a net good, no matter how it's accomplished. So if Roshan is able to think of a way to get around perishing in this, but the same outcome still occurs, then Odin is fully on board, but believes that this is the best thing to do, um, and is content to work with the keeper. Roshan is just waiting to see the other side of that coin, to see if both teams are willing to shake hands and be like, well, all right, we've been here together the whole time anyways. Let's party. Let's ascend or something. But I believe that's where we left off, is in the evening of Skull City's birthday. Is there anything before the day comes, before the sun do rise, and you guys have a lot of shopping to do?
I think the only thing Nana wanted to do before bed was try to do some mindful meditation with maybe a bit of a prayerful aim. Um, she hopes to have at least some kind of good news for Snotra. If only like she's feeling like she's making some ground, finding her balance, and she's not expecting a response, but she is open to a message if Snotra wishes to send one.
Okay. You receive whatever it is that Nana would receive from meditation and prayer,
Mm.
but there is no response.
Okay. Fair enough. Then it is mindful and it is good.
Uh, Anybody else, anything before bed? Well, you guys get your honk shoes in, I suppose. If you haven't had a long rest, go ahead and take it.
Woo!
Um, you all gather, I'm assuming, the next day to some form of breakfast. I don't know if I suppose it still does look like a spooky little carnival, because I don't think you can change it willy-nilly. So far, you guys are having breakfast in the spooky carnival. But, next time, who knows what it'll be. Is there anything while you're all together the next day before things pop off? Maybe get your plan in order if need be, blah, 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 whatever.
I hand everybody stacks of jewelry so that they can trade it for money for supplies.
Fantastic.
How much are we to acquire with each of these stacks?
As much as you can. I need
Hmm.
how many people did you kill? 12? Like 12,000 gold worth of. She'll give a list of oils and infusions that
Ooh.
to get. So that's what I'm going for.
Right. Okay then.
It might end up being more than that because they like to upcharge at places.
Right. We'll try to get you as fair a price as we're able, but obviously,
That's
whatever
fine.
it takes.
There's more of this jewelry if need be.
So
Does-
much
Rather a
jewelry.
large pile.
Would Fen or Nana recognize any of these as things that could be gathered from the wild, or
Um,
botanicals or anything?
you would have to then spend the time to make it into oils and unguents. It's probably quicker to go purchase them.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like the making of
Sense.
the oils and unguents is kind of part of the price, you know?
We can always, do that later for future potential needs.
Not a
Right.
bad idea.
Yeah, just to save us a little bit.
But we're on
the
a
off chance,
timeline
but
for
right.
this group.
right. Absolutely. So we will certainly make our way. Let's see. Probably. Kareen will probably have some contacts who might know where to find some more. Calendula, I have to imagine any of the Calendula operations active around would probably be a good place to look as well. What else?
I'll go ahead and give you this kindness. I think, Mac, you actually weren't here when I said this before the
Probably
session
not.
started. Where I'm like, you guys are gonna fly off in different directions willy-nilly, and you guys are going to just go on basically a scavenger hunt of
Cool.
acquiring oils and onions.
Neat. Sounds like fun. Well, at
Um,
least we've got a starting place.
So one wind walk can pretty successfully get you as far as like Jarlsbecker. It could not get you back. A second use could. It would be probably later in the day, but like, if you wanted to push it, you could. So it's kind of like my question is who's going to Jarlsbecker? Because that's our furthest possible point, really. You could probably go slightly past it, but it's almost like, why would you? Is the thing.
Well, what if we hub out of Jarlsbecker and all meet back there and then potentially do the resurrections there and use.
Absolutely not. We're doing them. Hopefully, they'll let us use the Blind Eyes establishment here, but I'm not bringing people back in the city across the continent when they all live here.
Well, we could use the transportation circle to bring them here after they've been brought back, but
Well, that requires transporting the corpses all that way first, and I
With
think that's
just
a whole
hair.
mess we'd rather.
They're just little bits of hair.
So then they're just going to Where will the? Why does? Never mind. I don't need to know. So fine. Whatever needs to happen, we should be able to get the resources needed, and I think basing out of Jarlsbecker isn't bad. Once we've got all that we need, we can make our way back, unless there's anything else that we weren't able to acquire during our separate sojourns.
So it sounds like we take a tree to Jarlsbecker this morning, turn ourselves into wind, scatter ourselves to the wind, come back to Jarlsbecker with oil, and then
Figure it out from there.
I suppose I'll message the Blind Eyes and ask if we can use their back door again.
Yeah.
We might need to be wind to leave town. I don't know if they're going to be trying to look for us / mostly Fen.
Right. Good point.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, leaving by wind probably is best.
But we can always
At the very
leave
least.
by wind, land a little bit away, and use tree. And
Exactly.
go. Yeah.
Keep it simple. All right.
Sounds
I
good.
suppose I'm ready when you are. Not ready for the nausea, but that's fine.
Yeah. I'll leave people outside.
Okay.
Okay. You all are going to stealthily make your way outside. I will tell you that the city is on high alert. I need a group stealth check.
Cool.
Were we going to wind ourselves before we leave the city so we can just go up and then out and then meet by a tree?
If you guys want to keep your alleyway door open for a bit, sure. Because you can't open the door as wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either you go into the alley to change, or you open your door, making your magical hideout visible, and can leave that way. So whichever one.
I'm really the only one that needs to hide, I think. Unless you
Well-
think you'd be kept here.
Well, they might come looking for us if they see us and they know that you are known to be hanging out with us.
Yeah, I think let's go into the alleyway. We can use Fen's bead to turn us into air very quickly, and then we'll go out the top and meet at the last tree we wind walked through, or tree strided through.
Sounds fair.
Okay.
And break.
So this sort of saves you all a little bit. This will make it a little easier because Fen can cast it as a bonus action. So Fen's is
lovely.
like immediate.
Cool.
So I'd love everybody to still roll stealth. Tell me if you roll a 1.
Fantastic. Did not roll a 1.
Wow.
I mean, it was close. I only got a 6.
Hey, roll for Rex. He's here.
That's a good point. All right,
I rolled
cool.
a 20 if that helps.
Nope.
Not a 1.
All right.
I rolled higher than 20 for once.
Wow. Sorry you
Woo!
wasted it on this.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20, so it's a 35.
Jesus.
Good God.
Um, yeah, you guys are able to like the door is pretty tucked away as a magical door can be. So you guys kind of just huddle off in the corner for what 6 seconds
Yeah.
and take to the sky, and go out one of the holes of the skull, your choice, and fly through the air very quickly, landing at the tree that you guys use outside of town, and then taking the time to turn back into people. I'd love another stealth check.
'Kay.
Still technically Skull City.
34.
So a 19 on the die.
Yeah.
12.
Mm.
10.
I found the die I want to use for the rest of the night.
15.
What'd Rex get?
Again, not Rex. 19 on the dice.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't have his thing, so 24.
Sure. Easy enough to kind of put yourselves behind things to change out of this form. I'm going to assume you are doing that and not just ascending from the sky and then hovering in just a public square.
Yeah.
So you change back. Nix, you can open a door pretty easily. Or are you going to the middle of Jarlsbecker?
Always.
All right, you guys appear in the middle of Jarlsbecker. You're immediately hit with that mineral scent in the air from the water. It's a cold day out, which you got to experience kind of aggressive like after changing out of your wind forms and then just standing outside for a solid 6 seconds. And now you are just outside in the middle of town, a little chilly. There's a light snowfall. Um, People have started getting ready for their day. So it's pretty quiet out. A couple people are like walking by and see you and immediately assume that's not any of their business and move on. Um, uh, so I will give you this. You basically have this little left side peninsula at your disposal, which has some pretty good towns in it. You got some solid cities, some solid vendors in this area, especially because you are near to the edge of the hammer, which is Giant's Face, which there's a lot of trade there. And there's also a lot of trade in Garterholm, which is pretty close to that as well. If somebody's going to the cities at the end of the peninsula, you may need to have a second windwalk ready, or you may need to like use a another means to get back, or you have to wait to be grabbed. So I just want to know like who's doing the end of the peninsula, because you guys are gonna have to hit like every town, every single one.
I see. Does Fen have any more windwalks loaded on his beat or no?
I don't. It's just the one.
Okay.
If someone, suppose I can give the necklace to someone if they want to spend a night in a strange town and come back tomorrow. The problem is, if Nyx casts this on us now and we disperse, then anyone who can't cast it or open a tree and doesn't make it back here has got to find another way back, or we've got to find them and get them. Nyx and I currently are the only ones that can cast this or open a tree.
Right.
Right.
I feel like I'm kind of at Your mercy?
Hmm.
Well,
Well, we certainly, well, at the very least, if we did opt to have one other person hold on to the prayer beads and stay overnight, assuming you'd be able to make a quick roundabout with it, Fen, and only need the one charge,
well,
that might be an option for one of us.
I don't mind spending the night somewhere if that's necessary.
well. Here, then, Cal, you take these. They require attunement. And he'll go give a quick run through of what each of the beads does. I'll stay here in Jarlsbecker and meet everyone when they return.
Well, we still have 8-ish hours
Yeah,
to
on
use of
this
this first wind
casting.
walk. Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
if you can still potentially hit another town that's close.
all of you are going to need to go hit towns, or this is
Yeah.
going to take you a
Yeah.
long time. Also, maybe this is not what you guys are interested in. I just wanted to put it on the table because I'm nice.
Hmm.
Um, uh, Nyx, you could easily be one of the people who goes to the end of the peninsula and then tree walk
Yeah.
back.
That seems like the easiest opt.
Yeah, I figure I'll be going far because I still have 2 more high level spell slots to jump around if need be.
Yeah. So if somebody else also ends up going to the peninsula area, as long as you're near Nyx, you
Hmm.
could get back today.
Cool.
But if Keld wants a cool necklace, I'm not going to stop him from having a cool necklace.
Hmm.
Summon an extraplanar being to come be your friend.
Oh.
Do it.
Yeah, I forgot what all the things on here are.
You're probably not going to use them unless you're just looking for fun.
But what if?
But what?
Hey, the only one I would do was the summon somebody to come be your friend one.
Hmm.
That's the only one I'd do for fun.
Hmm.
Okay,
Well,
they can do the skies.
Whoever's going to Nuansect is going to take the package that we have from the guy in Skull City to give it to Ember.
Right.
So
I
whoever's
could
doing
do
that.
that.
Cool.
That works.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about it too hard. I'm just seeing if anybody's getting stranded for a day or not. Was really my figurings. But everybody can take to the skies. Fen, it is easy enough to just hit up Jarlsbecker first if you're so inclined, and then probably end up going to places like Snow's Way or something like that, trying to veer back into the east while everybody else starts kind of going down and out. Yeah, that's going to be probably 8 hours of your day is whooshing through the air and going and haggling and then realizing that people will not accept jewelry in this large of magnitude for oils and unguents. So then you have to take to the skies, go find a place to trade out your gems and what have you, and your jewels, your gems, your jewels, and your jewelries, so that you can get coin for them. And then you have to go in and then use said coin to buy said oils and unguents. Uh, um, I am going to need a check to see if anybody gets kind of like not exactly screwed over, but it's just like sometimes it's like, man, I had to go back and forth between 3 towns just to be able to sell all of my jewelry. Um, so I'm gonna need what do you guys think you should roll for just trading in your jewelry for coin? I'm
Hmm.
up for suggestions.
I mean, persuasion kind of sounds like would hit it.
I mean, it's either persuasion or it's investigation is my
Hmm.
thinking.
I got -1 to both of those. I'm ready.
So Nyx
I
picks
hope
which
it's
one.
persuasion.
Fair.
Hey, stop telling Nyx which ones are better.
Hey,
please.
no, Nyx always does persuasion. She does not
You're right.
investigate anything.
She does not investigate a
true.
damn thing.
The investigation is arriving at the location
We
and
just
saying,
talk
I
and
found it.
until we figure it out.
Investigations for nerds.
You just ask enough people, and eventually you figure something out.
Exactly.
Okay, everybody, give me persuasion checks
Woo!
to see if anybody's like, "Hey guys, you got to pick me up in the morning."
Yeah. Be like, Keld's like, I have no money left. Oh no.
I have a dirty 20. Uh-oh. Killed.
Wow, I got a nat 20, guys.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Nice.
New ability. I got a 10.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
So what did you roll? Did you roll a 1?
I
got-
rolled a 2. I rolled a 2,
Ooh.
but I have reliable talent now, so it's a 10.
Ah.
Are you proficient in the skills? I think it's skills you're proficient in.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I sure hope it is.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I sure hope in my heart that it's proficient.
Hmm.
And that's not every skill on the board.
Let's find out. Kel, did you say you
Oh,
rolled
no,
a
it
nat
is
1?
skills that you're proficient
No.
in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 2.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm
Sorry to break your heart, but that
sorry,
would have been
buddy.
very intense and cool to always just be like 10, 10, 10, 10. I'm unstoppable. What everybody else get? I got excited about the rules.
25.
14.
Dirty 20.
Nyx, you got
Think
like a nat
Katie
20 or
got a nat
something?
20.
Yeah, but it makes it a 19. But still,
Still,
what she could do.
it's a nat 20 in her heart.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So I would say that Nyx and Keld seem to have went to the peninsula, which means that they are able to meet up in good time and are able to tree back to Jarlsbecker. Urshan and Nana are able to time it that they are able to get back to Jarlsbecker. Fen, you pick a town, you're stranded.
I don't have
Let's
a map
look.
up.
I'm looking at a map. Let's see. How about what's 14? How about we get stranded at we'll be at Giant's Face where they sell the cart. So it's not like you're far away, but
Mm.
you're like, okay, shit. The time sure does fly. Uh but after 8 hours, the rest of the team is back in Jarlsbecker. You guys wait a bit. Fen is not returned.
Uh-oh.
While Keld twists a pretty necklace around on his fingers. He's gone forever. Oh no.
Well, do we want to message Fen and see what the plan is?
See
If
if
he's
he's
not
just
able to make it
landed.
back?
Yeah, maybe he went to Clarine's and he's
Well,
actually in
maybe,
town.
sure.
So it'd be
Maybe
best
he
just to
needs
see
the
where
night.
he's at.
Sure. Roshan will cast Sending to Fen and say, where did you end up? You in Jarlsbecker?
Seem to have run out of wind. I'm just at the hammer where we crossed and bought the tchotchkes.
I see. Sounds like he is in Giant. Is it Giant's Face?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Giant's Face. And Keld, it looks like you have his necklace. So we'll have to.
I could bring him back tonight if we want. We just have to spend the time to see him and make him be by a tree and do that whole thing.
If you've got the spells for it, Nyx, then
I can do
I can
it.
tell him to. All right, I will send a message to Fen and say, find the biggest tree you can in 15 minutes.
Will do. And Fen will. Did we ever establish a crying tree in this town?
I don't
No.
think so. You guys were in this town for a solid 3 minutes because you
Yeah.
tried to commit crimes and then just bolted.
Hmm.
Uh,
Us? Crime?
What?
no.
I
We were
didn't
part.
know.
The
I have
Kelvin and
no
were not part of
recollection.
that, so
Fen,
weren't
Fen
really
will
part of
go.
that.
Fen will go select and christen a crying tree.
Cool.
Mm.
Uh, are you doing all this is to Nyx. Are you doing this in the middle of town, just scrying and then
No, yeah, why not? Let the people
Cool.
see it. Let them be.
let the people know?
Let Curry know I'm bringing him here for her.
For her.
You know, she's got eyes everywhere. She'll know.
Okay. It's already like on the verge of starting to get like later into the day. You're like, ah, the day. Time flies. So you go ahead and scry on Fen. You see that Fen is next to a tree. Fen, you did have to honestly kind of hoof it a little bit because the ground in Giant's Face is like the edge of the hammer. So it doesn't have a lot of large trees growing atop it. So you kind of have to run to the outskirts, but it's not a very big town. It's more of a trading post. So you're able to get to the edge of town, but you're like, oh shit, hold on, hold on. And you zoom over. Nyx, you see that he is by a tree. You're able to open the tree. Fen falls through. He's not crying. And all of you
Definitely
are
not.
back in Jarlsbecker.
Hooray! Right.
Thank you for bringing me back.
And I will collect all of the materials from everybody.
Loop.
You receive
Have
so
it
many
all.
bags of oils and unguents.
Oils and
Great.
unguents.
Do you reach out to the blind eyes to see if I can visit them?
No, but I will.
Okay.
When will you be arriving and casting your spells?
It would
We have
start
time.
tomorrow because I can't get back today.
I was going to say, I don't think we've got anything else that'll get us all the way over to Skull City tonight.
So Roshan will reach out this time to Bottleneck.
Mhm.
And say, we're making good on the promise of bringing your friends back. It'd be best they were at home with friends. Can Nyx visit tomorrow to begin?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
33.
I could already tell by the beginning of the sound. I was like, okay.
Yeah, either it's a 3 or it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, the fact that it was extended though, like I don't think we'd be extending for 3.
It could have been hesitation.
But you're basically given like sort of an enthusiastic, of course.
It sounds like they're eager to have their friends back, so they'll have you with open arms. Now the question is, do the rest of us come back with? Do we wait here until it's done? Do we find our own things to do here in Jarlsbecker and lay low until we've righted the wrongs? Or does anyone have any reason that they would like to go back with Nyx? And
Well, unless I'm misremembering, I think we left Thick Biscuit in Skull City last, if I recall correctly. Or did we leave him all the way in Demwoods?
I don't keep up with y'all's horse.
I'm pretty sure it was in Jarlsbecker.
I think
Pretty
so.
sure. Pretty sure.
You guys sure you didn't polymorph it into another animal and convince it to fly in the air with you and then go to Skull City?
I feel like it flew with us as wind, actually, at one
Uh-huh.
point.
At one point,
I do
yes.
remember that.
I don't know about
Yeah.
today.
Oh, I don't
But
think it joined
yes.
you today. I would
No.
have. I would have had
Yeah,
a field
no.
day with that if that were the
Yeah, I'm
case.
sure you would have done.
I would have had a, I've been like, wow, how fun.
Ridiculous.
You guys, Thick Biscuit is gone forever. Like, it,
Oh,
Thick Biscuit is
God!
somewhere on the continent,
No.
He's
but he's gone.
free.
Finally
No.
free.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna say that Thick Biscuit is in Skull City, which means that
Mhm.
that Thick Biscuit has some sort of lodging.
Yes.
So
Nana would have paid it up. I do need
He's
to
in Russ's
retrieve
apartment.
Thick Biscuit
Russ has
from
all these
Skull
fucking
City.
animals.
If nothing else.
I'm picturing a video like the guy with the cow who's always trying to like make food, but it's
And then
it's
just
biscuit.
it's just Thick Biscuit and a goose
A
snake,
weird
and
snake.
just there's a fish off to the
Yeah.
side.
Mm.
I'm sure Russ is having a great time and loves that all of these things are here.
Playing a board game by himself.
He's like, we could have had like a dog or no, okay.
We'll
Okay.
also
have
get
a-
a dog. It'll add on eventually.
We have a piece of corrupted flesh living in the home. That's what we have. And a goldfish that I was brought in a mug. Was given to me just in a mug. um,
I
would
forgot
like-
the original question.
I would like to be as much help as I can, even if that's not making myself a hindrance by staying out of town. So if there's something I can help with, I'm happy to come along. If it would just detract from what we're trying to do, I can stay here until you're ready.
And I'm mostly just going to be casting magic all day. There's not much help that can be done.
Maybe we stay together while Nyx does that, unless she needs an extra hand. But we can figure out what we want to do after everyone is brought back.
And run any errands you all might need that are not in Skull City.
Works for me.
Mhm.
It'll probably be a couple days.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So if you leave and start tomorrow, should I sending you at the end of the second day and see where you're at?
I think it's going to take at least 3.
Does Nyx have any way to reach us during this time?
Other than just showing up via tree and assuming you're at the inn.
Yeah.
Is there a similar sending service in Skull City as there is in Jarlsberger that could pay to have a message sent if needed?
Don't know if we've.
I don't remember
actually
investigating that. Yeah.
I believe Bottleneck could pay to give us a message, but if we're worried about it, then I'll just check in before.
Yeah.
Either you check in or I'll just show up and say it's time to go.
Yeah. What's stopping
Fair
us from checking in every morning or evening or whatever?
Not much, honestly. Just so long as I can collect Thick Biscuit before all of our final business is done in Skull City, I'm content to stay here, honestly, unless it might be useful for me to, I don't know, make sure you've got water while you're casting all those spells.
I really think I'll be up. It's if you guys want to come and sit and
Nana
watch me
holding
do
a
this
cup of
all
water
day.
next to
I can't say it'll be super interesting sitting next to me for 3 days as I cast this.
Well,
Over and
interesting
over and
was
over.
I think we can
probably.
find ways to fill the time.
I feel like probably our use is greater being on other errands, since you will probably have things under control.
Yeah, like afterwards, talking to the chief, that's all on you. I'm not talking to him. That's not
That's
my
fair.
job.
That's fair. I think we can all agree that that's probably for the best.
I'll be in the back for that.
Right. That's fine. We will have that conversation with the chief once all of the chief's people are resurrected.
Hmm.
Or do we want to go to like the spa or something for the night before I have to leave and do a lot of work for multiple days in a row? We can go just
That sounds
relax.
nice.
Honestly, I think that's probably something we could all do with.
That'd be great. I never got my massage the last time we came here.
What? They have massages? Okay, I need to go. Come on.
Who's all going to hang out at the spa?
If Roshan tries to mope out, he's getting dragged along. He needs to chill.
Just because you have a free one in
I have a
the
spa at
mansion
home.
doesn't count.
This place has massages.
We have
And last
spas
time I
at
was
home.
there, it was weird. Everyone was weird.
This one
Your
has actual
massage.
minerals, Roshan. You have to go.
Was this the one where we
Not
had
just
the bad
imaginary ones.
encounter?
Yeah, where like
Yes.
every bad encounter
Yeah.
happened rapid fire. Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. But
Can
like,
I go
none
home?
of those people are here now.
Probably.
Well,
Yeah, we hope. Roshan will spring for the private room
Yeah.
Cool.
and not take his clothes off until he's in there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You give me how much money you think a private spa room should cost, and I will take it from you. This is where we are in the game, is where you just decide how much you think something is and then get rid of that amount of money. Because money is no object to an extent, unless you guys are going for like crazy stuff. But like food, drink, a room at an inn, just throw coins at me. So everybody's going to relax their muscles.
No, Fenn's gonna go check in with Corrine.
That's very smart. That was the smart answer.
Yep. Smart.
I didn't want to
Smart
lead the
boy.
witness, but that's a smart answer.
He knows where he'll find us after,
you can invite her to come to the private spa.
if she wants.
You could. I'll start with Team Spa. Is there anything in particular? Spa times? Just spa montage?
Spa montage.
Spotage.
I think at some point, Keld is just gonna be like, "What did Thor mean? Right answer, or whatever."
What did you mean?
What was the context?
She was trying to flirt with me in disguise, and then I could tell
and
something was weird. So
you said
Oh.
no. Ah.
She was flirting with you,
Mhm.
and you said no because you didn't think it was her.
Mhm.
And
yeah,
she said right answer because she didn't want you flirting with anyone but her.
Bingo.
See,
that's
that's what I
the
thought.
one. You guessed right. And you did well. You passed the test. Congratulations.
We all know
Are there gonna
relationships
be
are
more
great with
tests?
tests. Tests are important to
Yeah.
relationships. We all know this
Yes.
to be true.
Imperative.
We know it's important, and it's not
Definitely.
a bad thing at all. It's good.
No, certainly not.
Totally.
Maybe we should consider the fact that she was testing you, Keld. I don't know. That seems weird.
To be fair, it was a low scale test.
It
It was.
Plus,
was
I think
about
he was
as-
mostly joking, but
Yeah.
We'll dwell on it.
yeah, Keld will dwell on it.
Yeah, you can dwell on it.
But think about the fact that she was also testing whether you'd pick up her gauntlets or not, or if you did try.
Mm. Oh,
I
I've
mean,
tried.
like, it's all about sort of feats of skill and stuff with Thor, you know? I mean, I feel like that's like her love language or something.
It's all challenges. It's all tests.
He
Contests.
does like challenges.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Fen, you're going to Corine's place. When you approach this time, the gate is opened for you. You are not forced to wait outside the gate like the other time when she was feeling some type of way. It seems she is no longer feeling some type of way. And you are allowed inside. If you go knock on the door, she will answer it. Wearing wearing like red house clothes. It's sort of like a looser jumpsuit, sort of like low scoop neck, billowy sleeve, tight in the waist, and then like wide pant leg, but like for lounging. Very classy lounge. Um, you're welcome to come hang out with her. Is there anything in particular you wanted to do or say, or are you just, I'm here, hi?
I think he has a lot that he wanted to get out,
Mm-hmm.
but then at the last second, he doesn't want to like trauma dump on her, and he just is gonna enjoy spending time in her presence. He's probably not the liveliest conversationalist at this point, but you know, he's just gonna spend time with her and listen to how she's doing.
Uh, she'll definitely get through like the casual of her day and then the casual of the war that she's like slightly involved in. And like things are good, the war is good. Uh, but inevitably uh picks up on what you are not putting down. Um, and how are you?
It's been a difficult few days.
Mm,
Made some made some difficult decisions and made them wrongly, but trying to make that right now. If you
I
hear
see.
if you hear news from Skull City, I think that we achieved the best possible outcome, but I made some mistakes and can't really go there again until things are made right. And he'll just give the a matter of fact rundown of what happened, making as few excuses for himself as possible.
Uh, she listens intently, and even with your not the most astounding insight, just casual insight, um, you can see that everything you're telling her doesn't bother her. Um, you were kind of surrounded with people that this seemed to affect greatly and had very strong opinions about. Corrine does not seem to have those strong opinions that your team had. And she just nods and listens. Well, you were going into a place full of people that had been committing crimes. They threatened with violence first, a showing of arms. You defended yourself. You stopped at the ceasefire. And you used yourself as a bargaining chip involving the chief to try and ends to a mean. And once that goal was accomplished, you left. I, unless you were thinking of running for office in Skull City, I don't exactly see where the wrong choice is. Perhaps you did not get the outcomes you were very interested in, but I don't think any of these choices were wrong based on the information you had, based on your goals.
I appreciate you saying so, and I think I I believe that you believe that.
Mm,
I
well, it,
still haven't made it right yet.
well, it's about what you believe, and if you feel you need to extend this hand and alter what you have done, um, I will support you as best I can. It seems, as you said, you have already acquired a, a large sum of oils. So I don't know if you need me for anything, but I am certainly happy to listen. And to be fair, I was a bit aware of some of this, as I received a message that my name was on a piece of paper left in a jail cell. And I told them that they could get a warrant, and that I would not be responding. So um, that was my interaction. But I can always play play peacemaker if you want me to. The thing is, it depends on who you talk to in Skull City. Some people may respect me, and some may not so as much. So it really just depends.
For once, I didn't come here looking for your help. I
Mm,
didn't come here with the intentions of asking favors.
well, that's lovely. Um, well, either way, uh, requested or not, I am always fond of offering comfort. And she sort of like extends her arms a bit in a way that she's like kind of like leading you to like just like lay into her.
I think that's what Fen needs, honestly. I think he will
Hmm.
just embrace her and enjoy a cuddle and
Yep.
enjoy the moment for now.
Yeah, she'll stroke his hair and sort of just talk about other things going on. Um, Otis definitely walks by casually at some point and is just like, it's like I'm home, and it's like, hey, and then he just keeps walking by, very unbothered. Uh, Fen, do you plan on staying there? Or are you like, I gotta meet everybody back at the inn? What's your game plan?
I would probably extend the invitation for her to join me at the spa, but otherwise he'll stay for as long as he feels that he hasn't worn out his welcome, and then retire back to the inn at the end of the night. Uh, just you know, he doesn't plan to stay the night at Corinne's house.
Okay. It's definitely Fen feels he has worn out his welcome. Corrine gives no indication that that is true. But Fen's like, oh, look at the time. She does not seem super interested in going to the spa, and is just like, how about we just stay here and we relax, and we can just like relax by the fire
I think
and
that's
what
what
have you.
Fen was hoping for, but you
Uh-huh.
know,
But you gotta offer.
yeah.
But eventually all of you will in the evening meet up at uh the Hard Fiddle. You throw money at me for your room. Uh Anything as night as surely fallen before the day do come? Anything?
I have no money for a room, so I'm going to find out what room Nana's in and knock on the door and
I go to
ask
that
the.
room. Hello. You guys share a room.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fine.
Anything else for the evening?
Nana meditates and prays and goes to bed.
Okay. Once again, you do not receive a response. And that's something that shouldn't be too shocking, as Snotra is something that has to be like aggressively earned.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
so Nana's like, I understand that I have a large amount to make up for. If this
Yes.
is the god I'm pursuing,
Yep.
I understand that you're not going to probably talk to me for who knows how long.
Yeah. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute. I goofed up bad. I know you said that that's normal, but boy, did I goof up bad. I know I got a while to go. It's fine.
Yep. So you get whatever you get from meditating and prayer. Anybody else? Any evening activities before honk shoes?
Roshan would open his mansion in a purchased room, uh, disappear into the bowels to try and reach out to the keeper again.
Okay. How do you do this?
Um, Roshan will head down to uh, the pool room, and um, I think he will, because he really wants it to work this time. He will cast silence rather than the deafening waterfalls, and reach out to the keeper. And he he's really 50-50 on whether the keeper will answer or not, so he's prepared if Odin answers to say he'll take him up on that offer to try and reach out together.
Um, it is near immediate that like you basically get into the space and Odin is there with you. It seems that you did not need to even like reach out for Odin to come and be part of this, and is happy to assist in reaching out.
And for that week reaching out, I think Roshan sends out like the equivalent of a psychic shout to that reverberates through the area and travels and echoes more than the space should allow, but it is echoed with some of the timbre of Odin's voice as they reach out for the keeper together.
Okay. You reach out, your voice enhanced, echoing through this space. You can hear like bits of echoes of it off of like walls and like the way it when it hits magic, like when it hits the walls of this mansion. And then it hits something in the distance, and that scream comes rocketing back towards you magnified. It is a wave of emotion that hits you, just like it is a force, as if in the ocean. It is as if you were overtaken by water, as a figure seems to almost like claw its way out of somewhere. Anguish, anger, despair. It is a mixture of these roiling emotions as the keeper pulls itself into this space.
I think Roshan will seek to comfort with his presence, and if that means that he can somehow get closer in space to the keeper, if not, that means reaching out with a psychic connection that feels like comfort and presence and not running from the big emotions.
Okay. Also, when these emotions hit, your silent spell is shattered.
Oh.
It just rips it apart. It is, and it seems to like you can see the water around you like is vibrating and moving kind of in awkward ways, almost like receding in places as if affected by the moon. And you are just looking at kind of the roiling image of the keeper, but it is incredibly clear to you that by posture, by presence, by shape, that the keeper looks more like Ave than they had prior. Looks more presenting as Ave. And it is just you trying to comfort, and I think the keeper trying to take a moment and just trying to compose themselves. It's as if you had walked in the middle of somebody having a very like emotional breakdown, and you just kind of stepped into the room, and they have to get to a place where they can meet you, not expecting you to meet them. So it takes a moment, but you see that the heightenedness of it never fully recedes. There is always heat to this.
Yeah,
We
Roshan will approach this in the way that he thinks is kindest, and will wait on the sideline until they are ready to talk and share with him, and will just be a comforting silence until then.
we we cannot do this. We cannot do this, Roshan.
I thank you for looking into things. I understand it can't have been easy, but I'd like to know what you've learned and why you don't think that this is something we can do.
Odin, a bit hesitantly, sort of steps in kind of even with you, Roshan. Perhaps you need another moment to steady yourself. And like he is cut off immediately by the keeper. Shut your mouth. And it is, and you watch like the keeper's image almost like shimmer a bit, and like it like struggles to put itself back together again. It's almost doing that thing where in the beginning where it would split into multiples and like come back in casually. It looks kind of like that. Why is he here?
Because he's a part of this, because whatever was done brought a piece of him to me, and you in turn, and in your absence, they've been here to speak to me and also to reach out to you.
You don't see the keeper's mouth move, but it's almost just like words in the air, words in your psyche, in response with the phrase, with a forked tongue. Odin seems to hear that as well and seems to very like calmly take a step back, sort of removing themselves, not from the situation, but like putting you in between them of like, okay, I'll let Roshan speak to you and I will not speak to you right now.
And I think it was Roshan's first instinct to interpose himself between the two as well.
And you see that it seems difficult for the keeper to pull its focus away from Odin, but is able to eventually kind of focus back in on you. The outcome is as we expected, as presumed to be, ascension. But there has been a toll taken and continues to be taken, and I cannot be part of something that involves such a tally. Every moment of violence and death has led to this, has been perhaps manufactured for this. I don't know. I don't know how he could possibly get to that way, how he could even begin to think it is worth it. There is so much we could do as you are now. I don't need to ascend. I will not have mortal lives used to boost me, to amplify me. And there already have been. There's already been so many.
You don't want any more, despite how little there is left to give.
Roshan, this is not just about you. It is not two children for the world. It is. And you just see like it almost is like its vision fades as if it's seeing something you cannot see, and there is just this deep horror for a moment. They have already taken so much. I cannot be part of something so. And Odin steps in again. I think you should listen to Roshan. They're saying that if all of this has already happened, then why not make it for something? Why not make it worth something? And there is a loud, like, crunch. And the way this crunch is, it almost sounds like the aggressive snapping of bits of magic, as if the edges of your mansion begin to crack. Do not speak to me, deceiver, standing here while I am gone and speaking venom into his ear. And Odin, sort of like, you can feel like the metaphorical hands up. I have been only trying to help. You seem, I mean this kindly, unwell. And there is just this showing of force from the keeper, where the keeper seems larger and more imposing. And you hear like an animalistic snarl. And he pulls himself back down again, back to the size he appeared as, back to Ave. He speaks poison. Are you listening? Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
Perhaps I am hearing the same words as you, but I do not see the poison in the same way that you do. What do you disagree with? What poison is Odin speaking?
You like the emotion you begin to feel is the anger starts to be kind of pushed away and sorrow begins to take its place. They are the same. They are cut from the same cloth. They care not for mortals and they care not for us. I will not bring Odin back to the throne. I cannot. I will not. And like there's like almost like the twisting of the mouth, almost just like an animal's maw. And Odin kind of like leans into you, Roshan. Perhaps it's best if we allow them more time to process.
Yeah, I think Roshan will take that as not instruction, but as helpful guidance, and will steer the conversation toward what the rest of this ritual entails, and asks, what is left to be given? And how is it worth preserving over what the future could bring?
I stand by that it is not worth it in the end, but it's also hard to say how much has already been accomplished. As you, as Ave, has done his part, creating the vessel, as it were. There seems to have been some sort of error, which we have already assumed, as to why it is not just me present with you and the others are here. He tried to prevent this. That was the use of many of the magics, trying to contain his magic and repel other magics, but that does not seem strong enough to repel a god intent on seeing life one more time. But there's the need for energy, which comes in the form of you and Rose, that you have been working on. There's also whatever Dagwood is working on, her portion, and that is the loss of life that is being used to, uh, I suppose, all of our advantage if we are all a part of this. Um, I am not sure how this energy is utilized, um, but uh, most recent deaths, and it seems we have been dealing with large scale deaths that have been benefited from, whether they were planned or not, they were benefited from. Um, and then there is the final piece where all of these power sources come together, you and Rose, and I suppose the once souls of the continent. And that is Rose's piece. She has been creating a large scale form of the ritual you got to see upon her table. And I believe that that is done. It is created. They're just waiting on Dagwood and I suppose you.
Now, I wouldn't do this to you without your permission, but is it wrong to still want it?
And it's just these like gentle cracking sounds. Inherently, no. But it comes down to the why. Why do you still want it?
I think I've, as silly as it sounds, I've always wanted to be special, to do something special, to do something larger than myself. And it's right there, something that I could achieve with my sister that would bring meaning to our entire lives. All of the misfortune that has befallen us could mean something beautiful for the people who, for everyone, for everyone else. And it's hard to watch everyone throw themselves at a goal and not share the same. And I see, as little as I have been able to do to control the outcome of things, I can see a path forward that meets very little resistance, that has the potential to finish my enemy's goals, but in a way that does it right, in a way that saves people from the world in which we live. And it's hard not to want those things, even if they mean a little bit of loss, because my whole life has been a little bit of loss. And so what's a little bit more?
You can feel this comfort from Odin standing behind you. And then the words from the keeper. And that is selfish. You have a choice. The thousands of souls that were harvested for this did not. And I suppose you get to speak for them now and say if their death was worth this. But it is selfish, I think of in this moment, to consider oneself when put at a funeral pyre of this magnitude. I do not mean to be cruel. I know you want to do good, and I feel that so deeply. There's nothing more that I want. But stepping atop bodies to do it, I am not sure if I can. I'm not. I'm. And then you can see that the focus is like being pulled to Odin. And not with him. I will not give him this power. If you were to somehow convince me to follow through with this, to abandon my morality. And I believe you could because I care so deeply for you. I will not give Odin a second chance. I will not bring us to a second fall. I will not work with him. He must go.
Where did all of these souls come from?
It seems that these souls needed to be picked with intent, which means those who died of old age or accidents, illness, those souls did not count. It is souls that had energy placed upon them, someone else's will. So those who were harmed, those who had their lives taken from them. Um, a keen example is circles and circles of ritualistic bodies. Those count towards this tally. Everything Bosch did counts towards this tally.
So is taking what has been given, even though it was not asked for, it was not wanted, it was forced upon us, is taking what was given and using it for good, not a way to honor the memory of those people who died because of it.
Perhaps to you, Roshan, this was not something asked for. Somebody else would know the answer to that better than you and I. But listen, I I can understand what you are saying. That if we do not do something, it is life lost, and then nothing more, as it normally is, as it always has been. But that is our foundation, is something that I am struggling to find steady footing on.
I understand. And I thank you and apologize that you had to relive this in a way that was painful.
I believe there is more, though I hate to separate myself from you at this time again. And you can see that that's kind of pointed a bit at Odin. But I feel as if I must. And I trust you to keep a clear head and open mind. But my only request is if you are able to maybe uh, appease my morals, is to ask if it is happenstance that these are souls that so kindly fell into our lap, or if it was manufactured. That is what I'd like to know.
And you think Rose may have that answer?
She had communication with the guard, did she not? She encouraged Sindri to work with the guard, did she not?
I will ask her. But I would not ask you again to delve into that which brings you anguish.
Unlucky for me, as it is for every broken thing that was once part of me, that is still part of me. I think we have a large quantity of qualities that are not our most befitting. And with Ave, it is curiosity. I cannot stop. I must know every piece, every reason we are here, every rune drawn, every person lied to. I need to know so that I can make my informed decision.
I will speak to my sister.
Thank you. I cannot stop you from speaking to anyone. Um, I I should go.
I think Roshan doesn't bid the keeper away, but does cling to the feeling of their presence for as long as it lingers.
You were able to hold on to that for a moment, as I think the keeper also relishes in being in your presence and does not want to leave you alone, but feels compelled to follow through with what they have started. And inevitably, you are left alone with Odin. And that's where we're going to take our break. Thanks for being here. You go get a snack and a drink, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Ten.
Boom. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 232 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break. Uh, our party just went on a probably the biggest shopping spree they've ever went on. At least the widest spread shopping spree they've ever been on, gathering
Probably
oils and
also the most
unguents.
expensive, I think.
I don't know if it's the most like all together, maybe not. I think your most recent
Hmm.
one in Skull City when you guys bought like a shit ton of magic items and tattoos might have been your most
That's
expensive, but it's probably up there. It's probably
probably up
top
there.
3 or top at least probably top 3.
At least
But
top three.
but it doesn't matter. You guys acquire all of your items, you spend some time in town relaxing, however it is you relax, and then Roshan relax and then get unrelaxed really quick. Um all those soothed muscles tensing back up again. Um, after Roshan had a conversation with the keeper and Odin, who it seems one of them not very interested in being friends with the other. While the other one's like, I'm okay if you want to be friends. And he says, no, I absolutely do not want to be friends. Uh, but that's where we are. Is Roshan, you are now alone with Odin. If there's anything else you wanted to do, and if yes, if no, eventually, if anybody else had any nighttime activities they were interested in. But I will start with Roshan.
I think Roshan says to Odin, um, "Thank you for the backup. Um, I suppose I've got a lot to ponder, so I
Uh,
appreciate your company, but I think I'd appreciate some privacy."
of course, um, um, to respect that, I will keep my opinions of that altercation to myself for now.
Thank you.
And Odin sort of kind of like slips into your periphery and then is gone.
And I think Roshan finds a spot on the wall and stares at it until morning.
Cool. Um, anybody else doing anything? Or just getting in their honk shoes?
Some hunk shoes.
All right. Only some of you probably needed this, but go ahead and take your long rest. Okay. And what are we doing this fine morning?
I think Keld's going to either wait for Roshan to come out of his room, or no, he'll probably knock on Roshan's room.
Roshan, hello.
Uh,
But he's in his
Depending
mansion.
on if Roshan is in that room or in the mansion, I mean, he would come out
I believe in
eventually.
fortuitous timing.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
you are in a place where you can hear the knock at the door.
It's morning and you're
Yeah.
going about your business, you know.
Hmm.
Good morning. Do you need anything?
Morning. Just need to. Keld's gonna like sort of approach Roshan and like have his hands out like he's ready to just run into a wall. But I think eventually his hands just land on your shoulders and there is no wall. Okay, I just needed to figure that out because there's just this weird feeling. I feel like, I don't know, some sort of divide. Did you sleep well?
Well, I didn't.
Hmm, I
Um,
forget.
w- you felt a divide like in the night or yesterday?
Just kind of as of recent. Just felt like there's a bit of a wall up, so had to check.
Well, thank you. I suppose in some ways I'm divided in myself, which is hard to explain. But I'm ready for breakfast.
Me too. And I get that feeling. Let's go eat.
Great.
Okay, the team is together for breakfast. What is the game plan, or what are y'all talking about? How's this day of downtime progressing?
Nix,
Hmm.
make sure you eat plenty before you go. You're going to have a lot of magic to do in the next 3 days. You've got to
I
carb load
know.
first.
I'll message Russ when I get there and let him know that where I am, and maybe they'll let him come down when
All
he's not
right.
working.
Okay, that'd be nice if he'd be able to look in on you from occasionally, just to make sure that you're doing okay.
I'll proceed to eat plenty of food now,
Good, good.
so that no
Carb
one's looking
load.
at her weird when she leaves.
Okay,
Okay.
Nix, how are
So
you getting back, and what's your game plan?
Probably the opposite of what we did to leave town to get into town. So tree there. However, the wind walk would probably be through the back tunnels instead of through town because she does not know where the entrance in town is to the
hmm.
You
blind
got
eye.
to exit through the
Oh
one
no, we
in
did.
town.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. She'll wind walk into the place because walking into town sounds like a bad plan.
Mm. Go ahead and give me stealth, because you do have to be a person for at least 2 minutes. So go ahead and give me stealth. I'm looking for basically not a nat one here.
It's a 9.
Okay. Not a nat one. Um, it's just really hard to catch somebody who exists for only 2 minutes in really obscure spots in town. So it would have to just be a really bad kind of roll of luck, you know?
Mm.
Um, uh, but not to belay things, you are able to get inside. You are able to also get inside of the Blind Eyes camp, and you are able to get started. Would you give me the math?
So
How many a
now,
day? How many
yeah,
days?
yeah. So now that I've figured out that I had to just use 2 of my higher spell slots to get there, today I can only do 3.
Hmm.
So that's, we said there's 12 of them. So
Yeah.
that means 9 left after today. And then I have, let me count, 1, 2, 5. I can do 5 on the second day and the other 4 on the last day. So it'll take 3 days.
Okay, so we're still in the same time frame.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, who's first?
It feels very necessary to do the only person I have a name for first.
Mm.
And also, big guy's brother.
Uh, to may appease the town and their leader, she'd bring back one of the 2 Douglases first.
Cool.
And
I think we only murdered one Douglas, right?
I don't ask me. Everybody could have been named Douglas.
Hey, they all could have been Douglas. You're
They
right. These
all
could be
could have been
12
Douglas.
Douglases.
They
There
could
could have
all
been
be
at
Douglas.
least 12 Dougli.
The other
It's true.
Douglas that was named ran away. It's unclear if he still works for them.
Unclear. Could you walk me through the ritual and tell me what comes out on the other side?
Yes, I think since she knows she has to do this so many times, is going to actually sit and do all of the mixing that would happen of the ingredients just first to get a bigger batch of it ready. And has set up in the middle of this dirt space where all the ballistas were being shot. And just kind of pushes out all the people walking around in the space and settles in and starts carving into the ground again with all of these reincarnation runes and starts pouring the herbs into those dug grooves and starts infusing her magic into the space once again as this real creepy mushroom once again begins to grow, just like the last time she reincarnated somebody. And after an hour, it splits open down the middle. And Douglas is the only person I've rolled an incarnate roll for. Uh, Out falls, of course, naked. We've got a stack of clothes waiting. Uh, a Triton man. He is pretty dark blue skin with like lighter blue speckles on his arms and legs. He's got the fins on his lower arm, on back of his calves, and like darker long hair that's kind of somehow has seaweed tangled into it. Don't know where that came from. And instead of normal horns, there's like little coral spirals coming off, going back from his head.
You know a goose who needs a roommate, so
Yeah, there's a good pond upstairs for him.
I'm sure the goose will be very happy about somebody moving into the pond.
Oh yeah, he probably has got gills too, because they can breathe in the air and water.
Yeah.
I can only assume that once that you explained this to everybody, that they're coming back different. That
Yes.
they're probably that is a small chance they might come back the same, but
It's like a
probably not.
99% chance they're not going to be the same.
Yeah. And it's still shocking, I think, especially with the first one, but you get to watch a uh, beautiful kind of teary-eyed reunion between Bottleneck and his brother Douglas, which involves like a lot of like backslapping, and two men definitely not crying. Is both of them in their cut-off jean shorts and not crying. Nix, is there anything else you do today? You got two more people to reincarnate, but is there anything after that? Because really nobody else can like affect what you're doing. So I'm like, let's just see what Nix is doing today.
And I think she would use her sending stone to tell Russ, like, I'm in the Blind Eyes camp reincarnating their people. If you were to come by.
Okay. So would
You have to say that out loud to the sending stone in order to send the
Yeah.
message, right?
Yep.
So it's not like this is a secret. Like you're just dialing this person up
In the
while you're
middle
all
of their
in
camp.
between reincarnating these people's dudes.
Yeah. Casual. Because
Um,
for one, she's not smart, but she did tell her that she would probably be questioned if seen in town and is gonna not go up into town.
Makes sense.
so you go ahead and roll me persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
And then Russ is going to be doing the same thing at the door.
What if I meet him at the door?
Then if you roll good, he will have advantage.
Okay.
Give me a 15, girly.
That is exactly what I got. On the pink die.
Oh, pink die coming in clutch today.
Next die wanted a 1.
I feel like Russ's stats just change when I'm not looking. But that's none of my business. That's neither here nor there. I'm like, I thought you were good at that. Maybe not. Okay. It does take some convincing. But eventually Russ is let inside. Russ is a weird sort of enigma of a person where he is like very close to these like very high ranking individuals in town, and also is a mercenary and also was a bandit. And it's like he's just a weird mix of things that any one person can probably be uncomfortable with him in their space based on one of his attributes. But after some like back and forth, and it's just like, no, he's gonna bring me tea and stuff, and he's chill. He's super chill, and he already knows the entrance. So like, what's the point? What are you gonna do? Stop him?
He already knows
Uh,
exactly where I am.
and like he'll
He's my
finally.
husband. Are you going to tell him no?
But after some back and forth, Russ is allowed in. They don't seem super happy about it, but he is allowed in, and will bring food and snack and hang out.
Nobody
Does
can
he?
accuse Nix of sneaking him in either.
Yeah, no, they let him in. Does he bring the goose or the goldfish with him?
If you ask, he will bring them the next day because he did not bring them of his own accord.
Hmm.
Oh, weird. Weird that he didn't do that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'll bring him tomorrow if you want to see him real bad.
I can wait. It's only a couple more days of sitting down here.
I'll see how they're feeling. If they look like they want to stretch their
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Limbs.
They don't neither I don't is a fin a limb? Does that count?
To the fish, it might.
Hmm.
So I feel like I can grow back limbs, and I feel like if it lost a fin, I would be
And
able
you
to
could
grow it
grow it
back.
back.
Yeah.
Huh. Makes sense to me.
Good logic.
This
I
is
think I
Nick's
can grow that
logic.
back. Ergo.
Go with the
It's a
limb.
limb. So eyeballs are limbs. So we've got
Possibly.
full circle. Uh, all right.
I
Do
don't like that
sensory organ
realization.
count as limbs?
No, that's
I
tortured as
don't
hell.
like that.
Sorry, you grew Eagle's eyeball back, so it must be a
Fine.
limb.
Body parts. It's fine.
It's fine.
All right. I guess if we want to not say limbs, um, either way, you continue on today, helping as best you can, bringing back 3 people. That'll be 3 hours of your time. At least there's probably breaks in between and in some prep,
Yeah.
but uh,
Cleaning up the dirt,
yeah,
re-putting everything out.
yeah. Uh, what about Team Jarlsbecker? What are you guys doing on these days that you guys are banned from Skull City?
I think Keld will see if Nana wanted to get to figuring out a combo move since they've been sort of tossing around the idea for a while and have
Yeah.
never really had the time.
And lo and behold, now we have the time. We're just sitting in this same town. We're not running off to anywhere else on different errands.
Exactly.
Sure. That makes sense to me. All right. So, I mean, we'd been considering a few different things. I personally think that we could make use of your size and my speed and probably come up with something pretty good. So let's have a few goes in the. I suppose if Roshan's not keeping his mansion up 24/7, I don't know, for however much longer we're here in town. Either they're in the training grounds or else I know Jarlsbecker's got their own.
Yeah. Whichever is available sounds good.
All right. We will find available training grounds at which to plan our combo move.
Hmm. Guess we'll check with Roshan first, and if not,
Roshan! Roshan! Roshan!
Yeah, the mansion is open to you. I think Roshan is going to use the memory room to take snapshots of different configurations of the puzzle box and try to solve it,
Oh,
perhaps once and
Ooh.
for all.
oh,
Ooh,
genius.
best of luck to
Mm.
you. Let us know if there's, I suppose, anything you want to just talk at us about. I'm not sure there's very much we'd be able to contribute to the puzzle solving, but we could try.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, who knows?
Uh,
Like I say,
all right.
talk at us, if nothing else.
Okay. Roshan is working on puzzle.
Mm.
Tell me about this combo move you're all figuring out, if you've got one.
Well, I think we'll initiate with Nana's bait and switch.
Mm-hmm. It being one of my maneuvers from my Battlemaster menagerie.
Hmm.
Bait and switch says when I'm within 5 feet of a creature on my turn, I can expend a superiority die and switch places with that creature, provided I spend at least 5 feet of movement and the creature is willing and isn't incapacitated. This movement does not provoke opportunity attacks. So, using this, I get to roll a superiority die, and until the start of my next turn, myself or the other creature, my choice, which in this instance, gains a bonus to AC equal to the number rolled.
Hmm.
So, this I think would be sort of a deal where like Nana like signals to Keld with a simple phrase and gets like a boost up on his shield. And while she's in contact with him, she tag teams him with some of her spores, which lends him a little extra sheen, a little extra bulk to his armor or to his shield. And she then ducks over where he was and he steps into her place.
What are these?
You'll
It's
have
what
to
Nyx gave me. You'll have to ask her.
uh, you'll have to send me how you want this to amplify what you are doing, and how like, or listen, it could just be cool. That's always acceptable. That it's just rad as hell.
I
But
I
if
think
wasn't
you're
that's
sure
like,
how,
mostly it
like,
because we're
off
just kind
the.
of doing moves together.
yeah, the thing is,
I
I'm
didn't.
happy to figure out how it do thing, but I
Mm-hmm.
think I would need to like sit down and have it like put out in
Yeah.
front of me so I could be like,
Sure.
okay, this is what you get and this is what you get.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. I would
But
love to
the
have
thing
an
is,
opportunity to
because
sit down and hammer that out.
yeah, because the thing is, it's something you guys can easily accomplish. So it's like,
Hmm.
how big of a boon do I give for something that you guys could just do constantly and just like clean up shop? And maybe it's
Mm.
I don't give a shit and you guys can clean up shop. But I
I
will
wasn't
Well,
just
really in
take a
it for a
gander.
boon, but
in
I'm
fairness,
down.
like, Nana has a limited pool of superiority die, so she can't just do that at will all day long. She gets 5 per short rest.
Yeah,
Um,
but you could get like 5 rounds of extra boosted baloney because you both are in the front all the time, and it's
that's
not
true.
like the original one with like Keld and Nyx where it was Call Lightning.
Hmm.
I don't remember the
Right.
last time Nyx is cast Call Lightning. Um,
Been a
what
minute.
happened to her? Where is she? um, so I'll take a gander at it. Maybe it
Yeah,
adds some sort of boost to somebody in some way. Maybe it
sure.
provides like a +2 to attack. I don't know. I'll dwell on it. I just
I
need
think
to
Keld
look
was
at the
thinking
bullshit.
perhaps he would like chain in his divine smite somehow, perhaps, if that may give us a
Yeah.
little extra something to work
Um,
with.
I mean, I'd be willing to do something in regards to like a trade. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
or um, I'll dwell on it. I don't want to
Okay.
get. I don't.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
listen.
shouldn't bog down game time with that. But
No, it's just that
yeah.
past Jillian isn't as nice as future Jillian, so I'm not letting past Jillian have too much say in this because she'll be rude about it or like too complicated. We know her.
Yeah.
If
Fair
you
enough.
guys want something, always ask twice. Ask once,
Cool.
I say I don't like that, and then come to me like a week later and say it again, and I'll be like, why did I say no? Okay, so that just a heads up for y'all.
Cool.
I'm just
Sounds
checking in
fun.
to see if you're different now, Jillian, and I'll be like, I probably am. So
I've grown and changed.
That's always a different Jillian.
and there's always a
Ooh.
different Jillian, and they only get nicer. Uh,
Yay!
um,
We love our
so
nice DM.
that's something I'll ponder. Also, good, just be cool.
Mhm.
But um, you may not be in a combat for a minute, or you're about to be in one. We'll see.
We'll
Uh,
see.
Oh,
who knows? Um, roll initiative. You don't
what?
have to. Um, I'll go check in on Fen, and then I'll come back to you, Roshan. Fen, are you doing anything this fine day?
I think Fen would check with Keld and see if Keld needed the uh, prayer beads for the next day or two. And if he doesn't, then Fen would use them to uh, windwalk to some sort of montane forest, like a
Mm.
forest growing up the side of a mountain. And I'll be back in a day or two. It's going to take Nix this long. I'll be safe. I'll, I won't take any chances. I just I need some fresh air. Anyone who wants to come with is welcome to, but um, just need to see about a few things. And if anybody wants to accompany him, they're welcome to, but he's gonna try to windwalk to a mountain with a forest growing up the side, right into the foothills, and
Hmm.
hike as far up the mountain as he can. Uh, and he wants to accomplish two things. He wants to, well, three things, honestly. He'll use every spell slot he has to just chat with Jenny along the way. Uh, he wants to find a cool looking stick to give to Nyx.
Hmm.
Like,
Mm.
cool sticks are cool. So that's what he
Nice.
wants to do. Even if it's not
Universally.
magical in any sort of way, he just wants a cool looking stick to give to Nyx. And then he wants to find a place on the side of this mountain to pray to Scotty and not even ask any wisdom, just give thanks for her role in defeating Bosch and or everything, all the nasties that came along with that.
Okay. Um, give me just a classic survival for your 3-day excursion.
29.
Mm. I mean, basically, you can ever do whatever you want in this this little area of the woods. Um, the woods is your oyster.
Give me a cool stick to give to Nyx and nice a nice placid overlook to commune with the goddess of the wild and the mountains and skiing. And
mm,
Fen doesn't know how to ski. I don't know if skis are even a thing here, but
skis are a thing.
bicycles.
Scotty said so.
Okay, bicycles are a thing. So skis must be.
She's the whole goddess of them. They must be real.
Gotta be.
Um, would you like me to describe a stick, or would you like to describe your stick? With your survival, you can have kind of any stick you want.
I would like you to describe it, please.
What kind of stick am I feeling?
Cool Nick stick.
I think I'm into the idea because at first I was into one of those sticks that's like a pretty solid straight stick, but it has like the kind of bulbous extra stick around it. And but the thing is, Nyx has a staff that kind of is that vibe already, and that's kind of Goose's thing. Um, so I'll present you with two sticks, and you can decide which one you think is the appropriate stick. The first one is a pretty long, like staff size adjacent, um, pretty straight, like a little wiggly towards the end, and at the top, it does like a pretty like sharp 90-degree, and then it has like two sort of like squiggly branches that go out. So it sort of has a fork look to it, a torque. Uh, um, or we can go with the squiggliest of sticks, which is kind of a clustering of those branches that are very like wibbly wobbly and kind of intertwine with each other a lot and sort of make sort of a bushel of themselves at the top. Sort of like they make their own little bouquet of squiggly sticks. So
I'm
those are
gonna
our
let you.
two sticks.
I'm gonna let you finish, but like squiggly stick is where we're going. Like
Hell
that's
yeah, squiggly
obviously the
stick.
cooler stick. That's an awesome stick.
You may have squiggly stick.
You don't want the torque?
You can
Yeah,
walk around with the torque
the torque is
as your
cool.
walking stick.
I'll use the torque to like help amble my way up the mountain. But Nyx is getting the squiggly stick
Yeah,
because that's the better stick.
it's a good stick. Um, Squiggly stick for Nyx.
That stick's going on Russ's wall. I hope he enjoys the new decor.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta. You know when you just look up cool sticks on Google to get stick inspiration? Um, Sorry, I need to save this image so I can show you first off this man and this stick because
I fully believe the picture of a man who would find a stick such as this is going to
he
be an
almost has
impressive
fear in
looking
his heart
man.
looking at it. Like this man's going through something looking at this little nightmare stick. Um, I'm going with that it's a little less girthy, because that seems like a difficult stick to carry around, but like that's kind of the the vibe. And the horror on his face works for me for stick. Um, um and for praying to Scotty, uh outcome or not, we've been sort of getting less rules is written about prayer. Uh, what do you think you should roll for praying to Scotty?
I don't know that there's anything that Fen even wants to accomplish here other than just giving
Mm-hmm.
gratitude. So I don't
Yeah.
know if there's a success or otherwise. I'm I am tempted to lean towards nature because that's the nature of Scotty, but
Mm-hmm.
also that's a very good role for Fen, and I don't think that that applies to prayer very much. So if you wanted to make it religion, I don't have a problem with that either.
We can start there, as this is something newer to Fen. He's been working on it, but whether he is looking for an outcome or not, he is in her element, and reaching out to her could provide something. So, on your first attempt at praying, basically in the wilds that are of Scotty, just go ahead and roll me religion, and we'll start there.
11.
Okay. Um, Fen, you're more comfortable in the woods, and this is nice. That's that's the vibe. It's like I'm. It's not the city. I don't have to like make these giant moral choices. I just can find cool stick on ground, and that's what I accomplished today. It's really a very nice, simple life. Um, uh, but that's where we are on the first day. Um, I'd love to go back to Jarl's Becker and go check in on Roshan. If I recall, Roshan, it's an investigation check and the DC is 30.
Yeah, which is much more attainable now that
Hmm.
Roshan has He doesn't need that nat 20 basically to do it. And does exactly get it the first day. Rolled a 15 and plus 15 is 30.
Okay. It's been a minute since you have fiddled with the puzzle box, and maybe just, distance is what you need to step away and then look back at it again, right?
Yeah.
And you're basically, it's like, it doesn't take you a very long time. You accomplish it very quickly. You've had multiple attempts where you've gotten very close, so you know what it's going for. You know what you're attempting to do. And you see the lines illuminate red. And there is warmth coming from them. You see that there is like not exactly a button, but like a way to like pop it open now. Do you do so?
Please don't explode.
Roshan explodes. Everyone is shunted out of the mansion.
Oh no!
With a corpse. Yeah,
Jeez.
I think he feels it get warm and begin glowing. He gets really excited, but before he goes to open it, he just takes a deep breath and checks in because, not to be colorist, but red, glowing red, not always like a good thing. So he just takes a second to check in with himself and be like, is this good? And I think he tells himself yes and then opens it.
Okay. I'd like everybody to take out 2d10, please.
Oh fuck!
Fucking weirdo dice.
Huh.
Huh, interesting.
Weird.
Why, Jillian? Why would you want that
Hmm.
to happen?
Me
And just
too.
hold on to them for me. Yeah, you too. Everybody could take out 2d10 for me and just sort of hold
Okay.
on to those puppies.
Right.
So, Roshan, go ahead and roll me Arcana as you open the puzzle.
Bad, only a 17.
Okay. Okay. Roshan, you are like, you check in with yourself. I think this is good. And you pop it open. I think this is bad. It is an immediate switch in your brain that you're like, actually, this is awful and bad. Hold up. I need to know something before I make you roll something. What is
Oh,
your
boy.
like dexterity saving throw? What is
Oh
that number?
god.
+7.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw if you want to stop the puzzle from what it wants to do. And then you'll never know what the puzzle wants to do.
I think that he wants to know what it do more than he wants to protect his own life.
Love to see it. You're
God
like, well, I
damn
mean,
it, Roshan!
you pull it further apart. You're like, actually,
Yeah.
don't even think of closing.
Enhance.
911 to Nix. We need you back here now.
Okay, hold on.
Save some of those diamonds.
So if everybody could roll their 2d10s for me,
Oh boy.
and then I'll go down the line and we'll see what happened.
Oh dear.
Maybe.
Oh dear.
So I'm gonna start with Fen. What do we got?
A 7 and an 8.
Give me the final number, please. For ease.
Oh, that'd be a 15.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nana,
Total of 15.
15. Nyx,
4.
wow, lucky day. Keld,
Also 4.
wow.
That's so funny.
And then Roshan.
11.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle.
I believe
Okay.
49 total.
Yeah, that'll be 49 points of fire damage.
Oh.
Good God.
Y'all high
And
rollers.
it's Keld and Nyx, like, or Keld and Nana, like, hee hee, haha, we're sparring, look at us bouncing around. And the door explodes off of this room. Roshan goes fucking flying.
Good
And there is
sweet
fire
gods!
everywhere. Just as the whole
Shoot.
room
Roshan!
engulfed
What
in fire.
happened?
Roshan
Roshan!
ragdolls across the room.
Nana sounds so accusing. Like it's
Yeah.
obviously
What did you
Roshan's fault that
do?
this happened to him.
What did you do?
That's mom behavior.
Nana is kind of the mom friend, a little bit.
Roshan, as you are able to stumble to your feet, you're like, I'm alive. That's the first thing you can take stock of.
I'm just
Um,
watching like
the fires are pretty minor. Like they have nothing to really catch on per se in this main area in this sparring space. But you can see that some of the flames are sticking around a little longer than others, and it kind of looks like a pattern. It's just hard to see from your vantage point because it's on the ground.
I think Roshan stands up, like looking really stunned, eyes wide, face covered in soot, hands probably burned, and he surveys his surroundings and before checking in with the others will activate his angel powers and then fly just basically straight up to see what this pattern is all about.
Oh my god. So Nana and Keld bust out of the training room where the door smashed in on them in a gout of flame.
Yeah, what are you guys doing observing this? Or is it just like just two people staring as just chaos happens around them?
that's what I picture. I think Kel's just like trying to process what the fuck's going on.
Meanwhile, Nana's like running after Roshan like the worried mom friend she is, and then he goes and flies off. She's like, is he? What are you doing now? You can't just fly away from your problems.
Grabs his heel. You're not taking this one, God.
So Roshan, you fly up to get a better look at your problems, and there you see words left in the fire that are slowly sort of beginning to smolder and dim down. And it says, "Fuck you, Civ." And that's all it says.
Boy.
You happen to get somebody else's
Hate mail.
basically.
You really
like a
worked hard for
howler.
that.
Explosive.
Well, the more you know. Roshan coughs.
What?
Roshan will glide back down to the ground and dismiss his inky black energy and say, well, do you remember that puzzle box?
The one from the random gang of adventurers that we passed along the way. Yes.
Yeah, that they couldn't figure out. Well, I figured it out, and it's hate mail.
Hate mail.
Yep, and the intended recipient was too dumb to figure it out. But I'm not.
You're just dumb enough to open it the whole way and explode it all over you, apparently.
Just had to know.
Well, wouldn't... Never mind, I'm not going to ask.
I don't think Keld would have wanted to know that badly, and I'm not sure I would have either. Well, maybe.
Well, now we know.
Now we know, and I'm not going to let a little explosion ruin my day. And
that's the
Roshan's
spirit.
going to stomp off toward the pools so he can get himself clean again.
Yeah. Roshan, I will give you one boon because this is a buildup that should not have lasted as long as it did.
It's like 3 years.
Yeah.
didn't need to, there was just such a big gap in between from the last attempt, uh, and then this one.
There was a lot going on.
It's true, and a lot of those times were attempted on the cart with all of you, and was just me breathing heavy. But this time it was only Roshan who took the damage. Um,
Yeah, when
but
we all had hit
Amazing.
points
And
below
like
75 or so.
I mean, plus bonus, it was inside Roshan's magical mansion, which means that none of the damage was put onto the institution where we were resting.
yeah. So basically, you avoided the most damage you probably could have with this thing going off. Uh, but here's my boon. Uh, Examining the puzzle, especially now that it is open, I would say you're able to make this. So if you wanted to make
Hey!
your own puzzle box, you could make one.
And
I
fill it
could
with
make
hate
my
mail
own
that
fuck you
explodes.
box.
I'll send hate mail to everyone. There's so many people with puzzle boxes they can't open. You're like, shit.
Their grandkids are gonna open it, and then Roshan's gonna
Yeah.
feel bad.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
That wasn't for you. Somebody at a garage sale is like, ooh, what's
It was
this?
for your
I
dumb
love
uncle, I'm
puzzles.
sorry.
Roshan is singularly responsible for dumbing down the population because all the smartest people get killed.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
There can only
Uh,
be one.
I can only be the smartest.
Incredible.
Um, Beautiful. I'm now going to open it up to the 3 days in general. Is there anything different that you are trying to accomplish in these 3 days? Or is it like we're practicing our thing, we're vibing, I'm in the woods? Like what's going on?
The only thing outside of training, vibing, Nana would be doing, I think she would ask Roshan for an opportunity to send with some people back home. Just check in with them, give them updates. That'd include her mom and Hertha and Valder if he's got a little bit of time.
Yeah, Roshan will accommodate all of those.
Pretty much just
Uh,
checking in, getting updates.
yeah, everybody seems to be okay. There is the constant sort of this fear of war, but like they're in this like pre-peace talks kind of thing.
Okay.
They're trying to like kind of beat it out, right? They're like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
there's this is not an orchestra, because the thing is, it seems that people in the East think this is somewhat orchestrated by people in the West, which is technically true, but not intentional. Um,
No.
so it's like it seems like is the West doing something to affect the East? Seems to be the East's concern with the
Okay.
shift in corruption. So it's kind of just trying to convince them that that is not the case, and they are willing to send support as best they can and see if there's anything they can do to help. And
Mhm.
Aliona's name comes up a couple times that it seems she is actively involved.
Good. Good news. It's good to hear.
Don't like that.
Well,
Hey,
I
she
mean,
said she wanted to stop y'all's war. She says you guys are about
Yes,
to have a war, and I'm gonna stop it.
and we
Will
love
she?
that.
I don't know.
We
She's
hope she
Hey,
will.
first off, she loves a good war, but like she didn't start this one. She's like, this
No,
isn't mine.
this isn't
I'll show
my
you guys a
war.
war.
This is all
I'll show
messy and
you.
shit. I'll start it clean.
I'll give you guys an amazing war. Just let me get this one out of the way, and then we can do my war that I want to do. Or she's real tired from being in a mirror for who knows how long, and is like, honestly, could you guys not?
Can you guys not so that I
If
can
this is my house
chill?
right now. But
It,
who
I'd
knows
like
what
to
her
retire.
motivations are. Unclear. You'd have to ask her about it. But she seems to be actively involved in these conversations and rubbing shoulders with some important people.
Okay.
Um, Leaning heavily that like her support is with the West. Like that seems to be the inclination, is that her support is with the West.
Hmm.
Whether that is a threat or just a
Hmm.
statement, unclear.
Hmm. Hmm.
But that's where she currently stands. Um, yeah.
That's
Anything
nice.
else? Everybody else seems to be okay. No terrible updates.
It's good.
I think. Oh, sorry. Were we still on that?
Um, I think Nana would the only other major thing Nana would try to convey would be she's she tries to convey that she's not sure how soon she can come home, but she's looking at what needs to be done and will be working on this side of the hammer in the meantime to be a force for peace between the East and the West.
I mean, that makes sense to them.
Yeah. So long as I'm over here, I'm gonna try and make war not happen. Good way to spend it. That's about all she's got aside from training, and we'll, share information that she's acquired from that with the rest of the party at whatever time she's able to convey it to everybody in the party.
Sure. Yeah, I will assume everybody has that info at some point.
Cool.
Don't everybody rush in at once.
My girl praying at night. That's
So Fen is gonna pray at night over the next couple of days. He's gonna stick to the deadline. So maybe like just 2 nights. Uh, while he's in this forest on the side of a mountain, he's gonna just first of all, what season is it that we're in now?
We've hit into winter. We're officially in winter now.
Okay. He'll gather what winter goodies there are, whether that's mushrooms or winter berries or something like that. Uh, but he's just gonna enjoy being out in the cold and enjoy trying to sleep when it's cold and he doesn't have a fake magical palace around him or magical bubble around him. Like he's done this throughout his 35 years of life. Like the winter is cold. There is not always warmth. You make your warmth. He's gonna make a nice fire to keep himself warm. He'll he'll put up a tent. He'll bivouac when he needs to. And just chat with Jenny while he's doing all of this, using all of his spell slots for speak to animals. And he will get himself home with enough time to spend one more evening with Corrine.
Okay. So, how about you give me one more religion check real quick?
7.
Perfect. Now go ahead and roll survival for me.
23.
Okay. I think Fen can come to this conclusion that he knows he is bound in some way to Scotty, that he knows that is a verbal magical agreement he made. He knows that is true. He knows that Scotty must at least be aware of him. And he hasn't exactly felt her like eyes upon him or her magic bestowing anything upon him, and that's fine. And then there's a thought in the back of your mind that maybe that's not what Scotty is. Scotty is not looming eyes overhead. Scotty is not the emboldening of magic. She is being cold in winter. She is hunting for your own food. She is looking up at the stars at night. She is the aspect of survival. She is the space between the trees. Scotty is everywhere in the forest. You are surrounded by her. You are enveloped by her the entire time you are out here. And you know that she is aware of you because you have shown yourself to her. You have survived in the element that is her. You have shown her you are capable. And you're not sure if this is a thought bestowed onto you, as you're not sure if that's exactly who she is, or if this is just something you remembered from the books you read about Scotty. You don't feel like this is something that needs to be rushed, something that needs to be done tomorrow or the next day or the next. But you know at some point you must find a temple of Scotty if you truly wish to worship and receive your task. That there is something you must do to show your worship.
I think Fen takes a lot of comfort and solace in that nothing's being immediately asked of him,
Hmm.
but he can still appreciate that he feels this presence there. I think that this is what Fen was looking for. He didn't want the next mission. He just wanted to give a thanks and know that he was seen.
Hmm. Okay. And then you go home and you snuggle by the warm fire in a really big fancy house with like really fancy rugs and tapestries all over the place. And like the doorknobs look really expensive. And why do the doorknobs need to be expensive? But it is a big juxtaposition. But Corinne's there and it makes it much nicer compared to if she wasn't. And you
Yeah.
were in this big fancy house in the middle of a city.
And he just wants to listen and be there for her like she was for him a few nights ago. Like he wants to make himself uh, a sponge for whatever she needs to get out because he knows that he's not the only one dealing with all this bullshit. Like she's got her own things going on, and he will gladly, you know, he'll take the night as the big spoon. Like,
Okay. Come here. Okay. Your turn. Okay. Um, I will say she does talk about like the goings on of things in town, of business, of just her day to day, of the music that she is currently working on. She does talk a bit about the uprising in the Underdark, and that it seems that that's coming to a head, and I'm sure she will get information about that very soon, as this pot can only boil over so much, as it is only so full. Uh, mm,
and I think that he probably only understands half of that,
yeah.
and he probably plays along on the pan flute, the only instrument he knows,
Hmm.
not even to the half of the degree that she's capable of making music. And I think that, but he tries his best.
Okay. And I think this only comes out a couple times. And she does not go into detail, but there are moments where she vaguely brings up home, and there's kind of a soft sadness to it. You're not sure if it's missing home or having negative feelings about home, but it is brought up casually a couple times, but you can feel emotion with it, and then she moves on from it.
Fen will make a mental note of that, um, to probe at a later date.
Perfect. Also, I just got a notification from Discord that my GIF got 10 reactions, or my picture got 10 reactions. Thanks, Discord. Everybody likes my picture of a stick.
It's a
Awesome.
badass stick. You gotta
It's a good stick. It's a
join
great
join the
stick.
Discord to see the stick.
Yeah.
You
It's a good
should.
stick.
It's an
Yeah,
imposing stick, and the man
it's a good
holding it
stick.
has the right level of fear.
Yeah, it's an Eldritch
Happy to
horror
be
kind
the
of stick.
10th reaction.
Hell yeah. I just got a little pop up. It was like ding. I was like,
Hey,
hmm.
But if you want to see that full stick, if you look up Stick Nation on Instagram, you can find it because
Oh,
wow.
hell yeah.
I've actually seen this one before. I
I'm
know
just like,
exactly which
Stick
one.
Katie's
Nation
out here
on
looking at
Instagram.
sticks.
Heck yeah.
They're pretty
Katie,
cool.
I've seen that stick, Katie
I
said.
have. It's
That's
a
a
good
notorious stick
It's a
right
good
there.
stick.
It's a
Um,
sweet stick.
It's a solid stick. Anybody else, anything in these 3 days? Nix, I will inevitably get to you, and I would love to hear about all of the people you birth. But if anybody
Thanks.
else has anything, let me know.
Roshan is going to. I mean, he's still feeling really conflicted about everything that his sister's working on, and so he's going to distract himself and work on a puzzle box that he wants to send to Loki, or at least to Loki's tower. And he wants to put the drawing of a very ugly horse that we found from the cultists outside of Garderholm, and that's the picture that will come up in fire if Loki solves it.
Okay. Might take you a few more days, but roll me Arcana. But this is something you can definitely start on and then ship out to Loki's house.
Dude, Loki's gonna start mailing you the same stuff back. Why are you like this?
That's fun to Roshan. He got a 26.
Okay, you're definitely like, especially because you have like one next to you, you're like, easy peasy. You can throw me however much money you think the supplies would cost you.
Sure.
You realize that this thing in particular, you kind of got lucky about how much output it could do. But it seems that it kind of is a flash of a portal to like the realm of fire. Like it is a blip of a portal that opens up when you open the puzzle. Specifically, what did I call that? One second. I gave that a name. Um Muselheim. I made up that word. nobody asked me about it. I made up this word. I made it it was me. I'm Snorri. Anywho. Uh uh so yeah, you can start working on that. It has a terrible horse that's going to appear drawn by the flames of Muselheim. So I think that's a good thing to be working on. Anybody else
I
before I go
think
to Nick's?
Loki's
Oh, go
gonna
ahead.
love it. I was just gonna
Maybe
say Loki. He's gonna have such a good time with it, and then we're gonna be friends forever.
because
Besties, maybe.
besties. Anybody else? Okie dokie. Nyx. Tell me about the parade.
The
All the people.
menagerie.
Okay, I sent them to you. I need to know if you approve of the one that has a question mark next to it, or if I'm doing the re-roll answer. Because we
Oh no,
talked.
this guy's acceptable.
Okay, because before you were unsure if that was acceptable in this world.
That Jillian's stupid.
Is there a Kenku?
Pass Jillian Boo.
That Jillian sucks. These animals are, of course, canon. Animals. These
Okay.
people are canon.
Wow.
Hold on,
Animal.
careful.
Jillian!
Careful.
Hang on.
Wow.
Watch your step.
Okay.
So tell me about them.
Lineage.
Tell me about all the people that you birth.
So day 2, we're doing 5 people. Yes.
Okay.
Do these people have descriptions? No. But
I don't need that.
on day 2, we get a fire genasi, a tiefling, a goblin, and 2 gnomes.
Amazing.
And then the following day, oh wait, no, it's fine. Then there's more people. There's a tabaxi, a turtle, a loxodon, a goliath, a furbolg, and a dwarf.
Wild that not a single human made it onto the list.
No humans, and the only way there would have been an elf is
Another
if a reroll happened.
furbolg.
I love it. I love
There's
it.
just a lot of interesting people here now.
Yeah.
I'm so
We
happy.
definitely changed the diversity of Skull City, I'll tell you that.
Yes! Good! For the better!
That was the plan all along.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do.
Nyx
That's
is
the
the
future the
MLK of Skull
liberals want.
City.
Wow, you did it.
You're welcome, everyone. And I'd love to spend time trying to befriend them in my downtime because Pix is just stuck underground with nothing else to do after she's
Everybody,
out of magic.
Yeah.
yeah, go
So,
ahead
like,
and
can you
roll
help me
persuasion
anoint
with
these
advantage for me because you
bandages?
did save these people's lives.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
going to say they all said sure and came back. They all said, why not?
Okay. All right. That'd be a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely, I think, able to have a rapport with the people here, especially because, first off, you are bringing people literally back from the dead and doing this very gracious boon. And also, you're just so pleasant.
So pleasant.
Uh,
She's just a chummy kind of person.
It's true.
uh, yeah,
While
anything
getting
else, Nix, during this time, or
um
just vibing with the people?
while getting to know the people, I'm sure I saw plenty of children, and I will have passed out at least 1,000 gold worth of jewelry to these children.
Awesome. They are happy to
Now we're
wear
gonna
probably the most expensive thing they've ever seen in their lives as casual jewelry.
costume jewelry. These
They're the proud
children will be
owners.
carrying their parents,
I have so
nest eggs.
much.
And
Outside of that, just waiting.
yeah, Russ does not bring Goose to come see you.
That's
Uh, he will bring Fish, who I think had a name, but I don't recall. I don't recall if
Make
Fish had a
it
name or not.
Gilroy.
There we go.
Maybe
That's his name now.
it's his name now. You see that he's now in what you recognize as a decorative like bowl that was like set up in Russ's house. And Russ explains that he felt bad that it was in a cup, and this was the biggest container that was available. So it's just like in a basically a big kind of like fruit bowl,
Big old salad bowl.
Oh, this is a
and it's
lot
like
better.
yeah, it's like, and it's also like made of marble. Like it's very fancy and very heavy, and he's just like he carried it all the way down from the upper city. He's
It's
like,
just opaque. It's not a fish bowl of any sort. You
oh,
can't
it
see it
is
from the
a
side. You have to look down into it to see the fish.
it is like a slightly curved marble slab, basically. This is the
That's
best
so
Ah,
he
fun.
had.
And Russ, bless his heart, is fucking carrying
Carrying
a
this big
marble
thing.
full
Of
of
course he can.
water.
Of course he can. It's Russ. He's got
yeah.
himbo energy for days.
So we might need like a refill.
Uh huh.
But here's fish. Is the fish also our child? I'm trying to. I'm figuring it out.
I think he's just a fish.
Okay. I didn't know how much love I was supposed to give fish.
And I was gonna like ask it if it wanted to be freed
Oh,
potentially,
sure.
because I don't know how they get all their fish for something like that.
I've never asked.
I will use this staff of the woodlands to talk to this fish and ask if it wants to be free.
Does this fish want to be free? Nix, I'm going to allow you to be fish.
Uh huh.
And you, as fish, have a conversation with yourself, please. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Tell me what fish say, how fish feel.
How does fish feel?
How fish feel.
No, I think the fish is more concerned about how dark it is in the bowl,
Mm.
and me, who knows so little about fish care, but does know that any type of normal fish bowl will kill fish because they don't
Yeah.
have oxygen. And it's like, I would actually like to not be in this. I feel like I'm suffocating.
Mm. So what do I do?
So I think we need to find like a river or some kind of body of water and put him there.
Goosebump.
Maybe like a pond. Does Sindri
Um,
have like a fish pond? Like a decorative fish pond?
The goose.
Um,
That he
Not
could
that
live
I,
in?
not that I've seen.
Oh.
Um, I
Well,
mean,
there's the
there's
one where
the
the goose lives.
sure. Did you want to take a walk out there, or
Do you think they're gonna like stop me and be like, "Hey, your friend escaped jail and it's bad"?
they might? They don't have anything on you though, so
I feel like I should be there to let the fish go. She'll go with him outside.
okay. Russ
She's
carries.
completed her job. They can
Yeah,
get with their bead of wind walk.
yeah. Uh, Nyx carries. Not Nyx. Russ carries Nyx
Absolutely
and a
not.
marble slab. On the way back up again.
Nyx carries
Uh,
Russ and the marble slab.
let's
Oh,
go. Uh,
with
Bless
these
her.
arms?
and you are able to put fish into the pond and set them free.
Great.
Hmm.
I don't know how I was staying down there if they're not. They could have just come home.
Hmm. I'm not going to think about any of it too hard. Nyx, roll me a luck check.
Will do. 7.
Seven's a lucky number.
It is a
7
pretty
a
lucky
lucky
number.
number.
I think it's also a very unlucky number, depending on the people. But
No.
um, and that's where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all for being here.
Oh boy! God
If you'd like to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram. And if you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook. You could go on the Instagram. Pretty sure there's a nice picture of Goose. See what we're working with here. No pictures of fish currently, but I think you can use your imagination for that one.
Fish is fish. Goose is goose.
Goose is goose, but fish is fish. Goose is goose.
But not
So
goose.
not goose, but goose. So if you need to figure that out, you can go over to the
Don't get it
Instagram.
twisted.
If you want to watch past episodes of On the Backs of Gods, you can head over to youtube.com/the Dice Cult. You can also watch past episodes of Gossamer Vale, a Celtic mythology inspired campaign run by Katie. Currently, we're in the thralls of figuring out the best way to murder bandits. And that's
Yep.
really the dream, isn't it? These bandits are bad, and also, I guess, just sometimes casually in town pretending they're not bad bandits. Or everybody in this town is really cool about a lot of things. It's a toss up, and I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Probably.
Gossamer Vale goes live every other Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, but not this week because we did it last
No.
week. But you can head over to
Yes.
YouTube to catch up for next week and be ready to see all of us definitely succeed in our task of
Yes.
maybe being sneaky and deceptive.
Ooh.
They're gonna
You'll see
join
us
the
on the
bandits.
18th.
That's what's happening.
We're gonna be
18th.
bandits or not. We're gonna
Ooh.
discuss it like a team.
Yeah.
And we'll see how good we all feel about that approach. But there's only one way to find out if we do it, and that's to join us next Thursday. If you want dice that done what roll good and are pretty and tell
And
you
do
good
Dell's
story, you can go to the link in the chat or the box below and get some beautiful dice made by
Very
Katie.
pretty.
Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you a story. We'll be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.